Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to the Arrowverse Hub podcast. I'm your host, Mr. William D. Morgan, and I have two of the finest gentlemen in the world of podcasting with me. And guys, I just want to go over what we saw earlier today from the DC Fandom 2021 event. First person I have on is my longtime co-host, Shaw. Shaw, what's up, man?
Hello, buddy. What's up, buddy?
How you doing? How you doing? And my next guest is a person who's also into geek culture. He's one of my buddies over from Pinfall Streams. We do the sports report together as well as first generation dad. Let me bring my man Seven on. What's up, bro?
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
How you doing, man? Appreciate you coming on at such short notice, man. All right, I want to go over the DC fandom. What were some of the things you took from it? Good, bad? Seven, I'll start with you.
I'm honestly just, man, that Batman trailer. I have said for a long time that Robert Pattinson does not get the respect that he deserves. If you ever want to question whether or not Pattinson can act, go watch the movie Remember Me. It's Pattinson, Pierce Brosnan, and Chris Cooper. And it is worth it's like 2.5 hours. And so to see him be able to come back into, because I guess Twilight might be considered geek adjacent, but to get to come back into this in so much of a better way, and the fact that it looks like with that movie, all of the shots I've seen so far look great. The line choice, the dialogue that they've used is amazing. That "I'm vengeance" line, every time I see it, I just smile because they could have messed that up so many times. It is the perfect choice for that, and I cannot wait to see that flick in theaters.
Well, what are some of your takes to DC fandom, Shaw?
I like the Flash thing. That was pretty good, though. The whole stuff, Ezra Miller, blah, blah. There's definitely a lot of good stuff in it. I just saw the Batman trailer, and I have to say, I gotta disagree with you, because there's definitely a few moments where Pattinson's acting and just the way he looks is like, no. Just no. Don't get me wrong. I'm not against Pattinson. I'm not saying, he's a bad actor or anything. I've seen him in some good stuff. I'm not directly against Pattinson, except for that one quote he made where he said he was looking forward to messing up the role. I don't know. It's just the way I see it. It looked a little cringy at some points. Now, Zoe Kravitz, on the other hand, before I wasn't behind her, now I am.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I love that. It looked really good.
No pun intended.
Right. I will say, I feel like if they would have used Pattinson as Terry McGinnis and this was a Batman Begins start,
Beyond.
Batman Beyond. I would be much happier with him as McGinnis, and then of course you bring in Keaton as Bruce Wayne in the background, and then you can even use Michael Caine still as Alfred again because that fits perfectly.
Yeah,
and you're setting it up well, but I'm optimistic on this. I know that Pattinson isn't going to be perfect. I don't expect him to be perfect, but
I'm not looking forward to it, but I'll probably will see it regardless.
And it's kind of tough too to go to that role because our expectations of Batman are so high and so lofty, so it's sort of kind of tough to take that role. But I liked it. Just for the simple fact, it shows that Batman is starting over again. It shows that Batman has to have a new beginning. He doesn't have all the gadgets. He doesn't have all that stuff. He has to reestablish himself. Like when you look at his car, he has to reestablish himself because you can tell by the car, he doesn't have all that stuff. He still lives off the Wayne name, but for the most part, he's broken and he has to start over. So that makes me want to see the movie more than anything. And I think Pattinson would be okay. He might not be spot on for it. My thing is his voice. I think he talks, how can I put this? A little too soft for the role. I was looking for somebody who talks a little more gritty, a little bit more intimidating, but he wears the suit well.
There's also the fact that this movie was stolen from Affleck.
That's true.
Right.
That's
also that fact,
That's true too.
I I will say from a mastering point of view, and just the work that I've done behind the scenes on movies, I feel like they might have honestly sold Pattinson short a little bit on that, because you can take those vocals and at least put something on the bottom end to beef it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Without overdoing it. And I'm not saying you overdo it and make it obvious, but you can still put some bottom end in it, just like you can use auto-tune without sounding like, T-Pain.
Right.
So you put a little bit more bass in it, because it is Batman, and that should be there. It should be a darker voice. And you're right, it is soft. His is softer.
Yeah. But I think he'll be fine. And hopefully I hope this movie will be well received, like I think it will, because again, it does show a Batman with more meaning, just vengeance, than more meaning than just I gotta get revenge from my parents. It shows more than that, because it shows a rebirth of him, so to speak. So
true.
Yeah.
One other piece that I think is, even if Pattinson is not as dominant of a Batman as we've seen in the past, one of the opportunities that provides is for Zoe Kravitz, and I can't remember who's playing the Riddler, but the truth of it is, with the Batman series, like, we love the villains. It's not, and so if you have Batman scaled back a little bit, scale wise, as far as how the story looks, you give the ability for Catwoman to flourish, and I think I saw Penguin in there, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Can actually get some
amazing prosthetics.
Right. It gives you the ability to really show more of the story, and it's not so much about Batman, it's about the story that Batman is in, which I think is a good way to go if DC really wants to be able to build out that movie universe off of the few successes they've had so far.
Yeah. I don't know if having the Riddler as the main villain for the first movie is a good idea, though.
I don't disagree with that. Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
I mean, I like the Riddler, but I don't know if he's first movie worthy,
I think that would come down to how it's done, because Jim Carrey did a fantastic job with the Riddler for what was written. Like, it could have been a lot worse, but he made that role better. And so if that can get accomplished, then it kind of makes up for it. But there are definitely better villains that could have been a first choice.
Yeah.
Like Two-Face could have been good, or
most definitely.
Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
I want good Poison Ivy again. I miss it. She's the reason I have a thing for redheads.
Elizabeth Thurman was no joke.
A really good version of Bane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But the rest of the event I thought was good. Now, my as a whole, I don't think this event was as good as last year's, but as a whole, I thought it was really, really good. We got Young Justice, the first 2 episodes of Young Justice on HBO Max. Definitely go check it out. They were awesome. I've already seen them, so definitely go check them out. We also got the Flash movie, and we saw a snippet of it. What did you guys think of it?
There's a lot of good stuff in it. Like, I'm definitely interested, definitely. And the suit looked good.
We already got the premise out the way that there was two Flashes.
Yeah.
And we got that, and we also got Sasha Calle's Supergirl out of the way.
Yeah.
We saw her there. Here's
the thing though. Is it a Barry from the future, or is it a Barry from an alternate timeline?
Facts. That's a good
That kind of seems like what it is.
Yeah.
Like, maybe Barry comes back in time, changes things, and then he sees the Barry of that timeline. They do it like that, maybe.
Oh yeah.
They've done the Flash well for the most part, especially with the TV series up to this point. And so I think that the expectation for that is going to be high. Not as high as it is going to be for Batman, but it's still going to be high, because the Flash up to this point has been one of the few things that DC has gotten right. And so if you mess this up, you're gonna have a hard time recovering, I think, if you're DC. So I like, you raise a good question. I think it'd probably go Ultimate Timeline.
Yeah.
They got a chance to fix a lot of stuff with this movie, by the way.
Yeah,
they got a chance to fix it. So they got to get it right.
Funny thing is that because of this movie, this is why the Snyderverse thing doesn't make sense, because that stuff isn't going to happen because it's getting changed right now with the Flash movie.
Right. So they have they got a chance to really fix this, fix the timeline. Hopefully they don't mess it up. We also got to see Harley Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
What you guys think about Harley Quinn?
Looks good. I mean, it's in early stages and stuff. We'll see it sooner or later.
We got a chance to see Supergirl doing her little send off, her little end video with the whole crew there. So that was cool. I will miss Melissa, man. I will miss her. I love Melissa. We saw a punk husband there too, but I digress. I don't like Chris. Let me stop. I don't want Chris Woods coming after me. He's all right, but I hate my nail, but Chris Woods himself is all right. Let me stop. What else?
Black Adam trailer. What's on that?
Yes. What you guys think about that Black Adam trailer?
Interesting.
Pew, 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 and everything bounced off him. That was kind of cool. He should do a good job on that. We also saw Shazam.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking forward to that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Lucy Liu and Helen Mirren are gonna be the villains.
That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Helen Mirren when she's a villain. She does a great job. So I'm looking forward to that one.
Lucy Liu is always Lucy Liu.
Yep. Oh, always.
Oh yeah, she's great.
Always, she's fantastic. We saw a little bit of Superman and Lois. And we got a chance to look at the set of Superman and Lois. They're coming back for another season. I like that show. I really like it because it gives a human version of Superman. So I really like that show. We also got a little respect going to Wonder Woman, her 80th anniversary. Saw Linda Carter. That woman is gorgeous. She's got what, 63, 64, something? Damn.
Yeah, definitely.
She's definitely one of those that is aged like fine wine. Like, mad respect to her. She looks fantastic. And she's a very talented actress. So I love it.
Oh my gosh, man. Yeah. She's amazing. We got to see her. We got to see Patty Jenkins in that too. I ain't got a problem with Wonder Woman 1, but Wonder Woman 2.
Yeah.
Got left to be desired. That was a big that was a big wish movie. We wish.
Yeah.
We wish it made
the
sense.
action was decent.
Exactly.
Boy, it was kind of stupid.
Yeah.
It's like there were easier options. Like, why would you put, Steve's soul in some person, like controlling dude, when you could just brought him back?
Right.
I mean, it's not like things weren't just materializing anyway,
Facts, and it's comics, and so don't nobody stay dead in comics.
Yeah.
You can that's the great thing about comics. You can retcon anytime you want, and nobody says a thing.
Yep.
Like,
the damn gold armor was stupid.
Yeah. That was dumb. I feel that was kind of forced too.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean,
they could have just tied that into the wish stone and have her wish to get the armor. Introduce it and then have her wish for it. Have a magic armor or something. Yep.
And I thought the stuff for Cheetah was looking kind of bad too.
Yeah, that's probably why they put it in darkness.
Yeah, Gal is still my girl. I still love Gal. I don't blame her. Gal still love her, but man, come on. Yeah. Then we also got anything else that went down. We saw Wonder Woman 19. We saw Wonder Woman 1980. We also saw Milestone Comics. We saw that. And the one thing I will say about this fandom that I've never really seen a company do, they focused on this of people of color, and I loved it. You talked to some people over at Millstone Comics. They talked to those guys. You saw Icon, you saw Rocket, you saw Static. All those guys are being redone with new books. They're out now. They also got a feature-length movie coming down the turnpike. So to see Icon again, because you're only seeing Icon once, and that was in Young Justice as far as major media. So to see him back, to see Static, and hopefully we get the Static from that universe, not the DC verse.
Was he not in Justice League Unlimited?
That's what I'm saying. In Young Justice, but he wasn't in Unlimited.
Wow. I mean, considering that they had literally everybody that, even Animal Man. I mean, wow.
Go back and think about it. Unlimited had almost every Justice League or past or present in it. But Icon wasn't there.
They have freaking Stargirl in that shit, and still that was the first time we've seen Stargirl up until now.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. But to have you saw him in Young Justice, you saw Rocket in Young Justice, and that's been it.
Yeah, freaking Shining Knight and freaking the dude with the cowboy dude, and they didn't have Icon.
Yeah, no Icon.
No, that's blows my mind, man.
They took instead of Icon, you had Steel. You had your Green Lantern, of course. And you had Vixen.
Yeah.
So
maybe it was a rights thing because they didn't have any other Milestone characters there, so maybe it was that. Maybe.
Yeah.
Remember there was some rights issues back then.
And also go back and look at Young Justice. You had Static Shock in Young Justice. Other than his own series, you didn't see him in anything else. His series and Young Justice, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
So,
and honestly, that's one that surprises me because Static Shock is actually a great character.
Yeah, most definitely.
To not use that character it's borderline wasting of resources.
I would love a story with Static Shock and Blue Beetle.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah, that's why I'm about to mention that. That's his guy. He loves Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle's getting some love too in this, you guys. He's getting some love too. It's Jaime Reyes, which is only right.
Yep.
That's your dude. Not Ted Core, but I'm quite sure they're gonna mention Ted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm quite sure they'll mention him.
But yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, but overall, man, I think it was great. Great few hours just to spend getting caught up. If you guys hadn't checked it out yet, it's still available online. I believe I saw it on Facebook.
It's on their website already.
Okay. So you guys can definitely check it out if you missed it. But DC Fandom 2020 is really, really good. Me and Seven will talk about gaming chairs earlier. Go to Secret Labs right now. They have a whole line of DC Fandom chairs ready to go. The Batman chair's ready. The Joker chair's ready. They call it a Superman chair, but it's really Supergirl because it's her logo. And they also have a Flash chair. So those two chairs are being pre-ordered. They're kind of high. They're kind of expensive. Almost like a saying a lot. But they're, particularly if you're a bigger dude like me, it's really well worth it to pick up those chairs. Really well worth it.
You get what you pay for.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, you get that quality. So definitely check that out. And I'm trying to think, is there anything I'm missing, Shaw?
Video games, I think.
Yeah, we got Gotham Knights. We did see Gotham trailer, but no gameplay.
Yeah, no gameplay. Yeah. It's going to be the story of the Court of Owls, but they're going to do more with it apparently. So that's interesting.
It's going to be really good.
And then they had another trailer for the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Why they have to kill the Justice League.
Yeah,
for being taken control over by aliens. Stuff like that.
And also
it's too really one-sided because I mean.
Yeah,
I like the Suicide Squad and all that, but they're not taking out any individual member of Justice League, let alone the whole team.
They're outnumbered, they're not gunned.
I mean, yeah.
And the Suicide Squad as a series is I really liked it, but when they've got to pick, and this is my fear with this is it's going to go back to the problem you had in the first one, where there is no connection to what's supposed to be the villain in that story. Because that buildup was just so horrible. If they fall back into that, they're going to completely lose the ability to do this again for a while, and they're going to have to reboot it in a decade and hope they don't mess it up.
Agreed. You know? Agreed. We also got a little bit of a taste of the Injustice movie. I got a little sneak peek of it, and I don't know if you watched that link I sent you, Shaw.
I saw it. See, I actually like the movie, and I understand why the ending was the way it was.
I hated that ending.
So,
Seven, I still got that. I'll send that to you too, because I still got that.
Was it the anticlimacticness of it, or I mean, I get that. Yeah, he's like, okay, I give up like really easily like that. I get that. I get why that would upset you, but I kind of understand. Lois Lane and all that. You know what I mean?
I was just expecting more from it. That's all.
Yeah, I get that.
That's all. But
nobody cared about freaking the Flash. He died.
Right.
Anything after that?
Right. But outside of that,
you also didn't do the whole Captain Marvel death.
No. But yet still you saw Cyborg die.
And that one is a big moment in the comic, in the game. Like,
it was.
When he kills Billy Batson, that's the moment where a lot of them are like, okay, this may not be a good idea.
That was the moment Flash turned.
Yeah, the moment where they're like, you may be the villain now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the moment a lot of them turn.
Yeah, they got a similar moment where he kills a bunch of people that are like masquerading as the Joker and stuff. So
yeah,
a similar thing there.
Yeah. So, but other than that, man, fellas, I thought it was a good event. What grade would you guys give it?
Yeah. Comparing it to last year's, I guess I'll give it a 6.5. Maybe 7, maybe.
Okay. What would you get?
Really nice. I'll go 7.
I was like, yes. Like, and honestly, like, I'm kind of where he's at, like, you know, a C grade, like a 7, 6, you know, high, like 6.9 to 7, like we're right in there.
Yeah.
And yeah, I especially compared to last year.
You know what? Forget it. 6.5.
Yeah, I agree. All right, guys. We will be back later for the Geek Gauntlet podcast over on William Morgan Media on twitch.tv. Definitely check us out 10 p.m. Eastern. 7, thank you for joining us at the last second, man. I appreciate you coming on. Shaw, thank you as always. I appreciate you. And guys, that's going to do it for us here at the that's going to do it for us at Airverse Hub podcast. We'll see you guys later. Everyone have a great week and take care.
Peace.
Have a good night.